Hey, everybody, welcome to today's lesson about Facebook ads. What we're going to focus on is creating custom audiences. Now, this is helpful if you're already running ads, but it's also really helpful if you're thinking about running ads or trying to figure out how ads could work for you, because we've found that a lot of business owners don't really comprehend how vast the targeting options are. So today we're not going to go deep on, interest audiences or lookalike audiences. We'll talk about it a little bit, but I really want to show you all the ways you can target people that are already engaging with you. This can be leveraged for what's called retargeting, basically getting back in front of someone that's already either engaged with your brand on social media, opted into an email, visited your website, and give them a reminder ad. This could be something for a discount, an offer to join the email list, lots of ways to get back in front of people. So let's dive in and take a look at what you can do with custom audiences. And I'll also show you how to create them. So we'll come in here. I've already made a list of just some examples of audiences you could do. So starting down at the bottom here, you could do website visitors. Anybody that's visited your website in the last 30 days. You could load in your email list and target everybody on your email list. This is great for special promotions. You could do your customer email list. So if you're collecting emails, say either people are opting in for free things on your website or just inquiring to learn more, and you're able to market to those people, you can load in your entire email list and give them ads. The customer email list, definitely a great one to get back in front of people. If you have a product that people can buy more of, obviously, remind them, specials, deals, bundle sales. This will work really well. You can also target, especially if you start running more ads, or if you already have a large organic following, people will start engaging with your content on social media. You can actually target people that have engaged with Facebook or Instagram in the last certain amount of time, up to 180 days. And for all of these, you can actually target people that have engaged up to 180 days. Now, the one tweak is if you've engaged on Facebook or Instagram, they can go back 365 days. Everything else is 180. I just put it here as an example. Up here, we'll get back to this lookalike in a second, but up here, people that initiated checkout but didn't buy. This is great if you're selling anything online, whether it's a digital or physical offer. You can actually exclude people that have bought something from you recently and target people who've actually initiated the checkout option on your website but haven't bought, and give them a reminder ad. This is a great time just to give them a reminder like, hey, we're still here, come buy something from us, or give them a discount. Obviously, they are back on Facebook, so they left your checkout process. Maybe it's like, hey, 10% off for the next 24 hours, or buy two, get one free, something like that. Something that can be really valuable. For lookalike audiences, this is an audience built out of a custom audience, which all of these are. Custom audiences are audiences of people that have already interacted with you in some way. But a lookalike is an audience that doesn't know you, but is built off of one of your custom audiences. So for this one, we told Facebook, we're going to use our custom audience of people that have visited our website in the last 30 days. And then the 3% means we want you to go find the 3% of people, and in this case, it was targeting the US, in the US that are using Facebook that are most similar to this custom audience I gave you, which in this case is lookalike site visitors. So on Facebook, what this would do is it's about 2.1 million people for every 1% in the US that's on Facebook. So if you did a 1% lookalike, you would get 2.1 million people in this audience. And these 2.1 million people are the most like whatever your custom audience was, in this case, site visitors. So for a 3%, that would be 6.3 million people that look like that. And it's the top 3% of people in the US that are most similar to your audience. So this really helps you target people that are very close to the people that are already interacting with you, but don't know you yet. So we love lookalike audiences. If you're exploring how to use Facebook targeting and you have some custom audiences you can build, start with lookalikes. Definitely one of our big recommendations. You can also do interest-based targeting, and we're not going to get into that today, but that's what a lot of people start with. They type in different interests that they think their audience will like. I would say stick with custom audiences for retargeting, and then try some lookalike audiences out of your best custom audiences. So how do you make this? So what we'll do is we'll click Edit in the Facebook Ads Manager here, and what will pop up is this is an ad set. And so we're going to slowly crawl down to the targeting. And you can see I've already populated it here, but it's a lookalike of 3% of site visitors in the last 30 days. And so the way you can do this, I'll show you both ways where you can make an audience. One, you can actually do it right within the Facebook Ads Manager. So if I'd already had this custom audience made, I could come in here, click this, go to custom audience, and I could see all the custom audiences that I've already made, and I could pick one. Now, that would just let me target that custom audience. If I've already made a lookalike, I could go target that lookalike audience and use that. That's pretty simple. So what do you do if you haven't made the audience yet? One option is you can do it right inside the Ads Manager at the ad set level. You can click Create New here. You can do Create a Custom Audience. So let's do that. Show you the whole process. And so now you can see all the different options. The one we haven't really targeted and shown you today is video, but if you run video ads, you can make lookalike audiences out of people that have engaged with 3 seconds, 25 seconds, 25% of your video, 50% of your video. You can do just custom audiences, not even lookalikes out of those people, and sometimes that can be a great audience. But you can see if you've ever run events on Facebook, you could target people that have interacted with the event, signed up for an event. That can be great if you're doing something in person. It's a great way to kind of get in front of people that have interacted with your brand before. And it could be a custom audience or a lookalike of that custom audience. So for this, let's just say we're going to do website. And then it'll bring up another page for us. And so you can see the options here. So all website visitors in the past 30 days and anything outside of engagement on social media is 180 days max. But you can see some options here. So you have all website visitors, people who visited specific web pages. So if you had certain pages on your site that you thought, oh, people that visit this page are a lot more valuable to me than others, you could actually tell Facebook what page that is and make an audience just targeting that page. You could also do visitors by time spent. So if you have content on your site and you think people who spend, a certain amount of time are really good, you could say, show me the top 5% of people who spend the most time on the site, or even a specific page. And this might be a really small audience, but if it's big enough, you can make a lookalike out of it. And that would be a really interesting audience to test. And you can also see down here, if you're wondering how we made an audience out of people that initiated checkout, you do that under the website option of custom audiences. And so any what's called a standard event in Facebook, but it's basically the code that you place on any thank you page or any page you want to track specifically. You can see the initiate checkout page. So if you use software that has a shopping cart installed, a lot of them will do this automatically for you. Otherwise, there's a lot of tutorials, and we'll probably make one as well showing you how to place these pixels. But for now, you just need to know how this works. So you could say initiate checkout, and then how many days since someone bought. So everybody that hit the initiate checkout pixel in the last 30 days. For this, we're just going to do all website visitors. We'll say last 90 days. You can name your audience whatever you want. Then you hit create. Now you can hit create lookalike right here. And that's honestly the easiest way to do it. So if we hit create lookalike, it'll allow you to pull this up. And it defaulted for me to being everybody in the US. And you could add other countries here if you want to try. And then you can go all the way up to 10%. And so you can see here, this reach has gone up a little bit. So Facebook has had more users join in the US. So almost 2.4 million people, all the way up to 10%, which is about 24 million people. I would recommend if you're starting out, start at 1 or 2%, but we have been doing a lot of larger lookalike audiences once you've been running ads for a while and have your Facebook tracking kind of used to your audiences. We've been doing 5, even 10% audiences, and those have been doing well. So start small and go from there. And then you just click create audience and it'll show up and it'll actually go right back into your ad set. The other way to make custom audiences is you can click on the options, the menu option up here, and just go to audiences. And if you go to audiences, you'll then be able to make a bunch of audiences at once and they won't go into any one ad set. And then once you're at the ad set level, you can just pull up that list I showed you earlier and it will let you, grab any audience you've made. So this is a little slow right now, but it should be populating in a second. So you can see all the audiences we've made. These are all custom or lookalike audiences here. And so you can create a custom audience, or if you already have one made, like we have an audience of people that have opted into our email list in the last 180 days, we can click that and just do create lookalike and do it right there. So super helpful tool. I'm hoping everyone got some ideas here about what can work and what might work for your business. Um, Big thing, this should inspire you if you're not running ads yet to all the possibilities of just getting in front of people that are already looking at your brand, looking at your social media, visiting your website. For a very low budget, $10, $15 a day, you could be getting in front of all these people and sharing the messages you want and really helping you drive leads and sales. And if you're ready to do more, make some lookalike audiences. See if those people will buy, but try and get them on your email list so then you can keep doing email marketing. Hope this was helpful. That's a brief tutorial on custom audiences and the power of Facebook. You should be able to do everything I did here to actually build your own. And if you have questions, I'd love to hear from you. Wherever you're reading this, wherever you're watching this video and listening to me talk, you can message us on our social media posts, hit us up on our YouTube channel, ask your questions, we'll answer, and we just want to support you. Appreciate it.